Hey everyone, Brian went on 2 back-to-back trips, first a skiing trip with some buddies and then to an audiobook conference, and he was gone for 10 full days. So in this video, I vlog what I was up to and I also answer a lot of your questions. Mom and Dad, don't watch this video, I talk a lot about genitalia. Alright everyone, Brian left probably half an hour ago and I have that anxious feeling where I'm like, is he going to make it safe? Is he gonna be okay? I am a ruminator and a worrier. I know that once he lands in LA and is with his buddies, then I can calm down. I'm gonna take Luna to daycare and I have to go to work, and then who knows what tonight is going to bring. I'll probably edit this week's vlog, which is about St. Patty's Day. Pretty much it for my plans. He's gonna be fine. All right, this is day 2. No Brian. Last night I ate leftovers and I put on Emma. I feel like I'm just gonna watch and listen to a bunch of Jane Austen this week. I finished a different audiobook last night, and so I'm gonna just re-listen to some Jane Austen. I'll do some yoga today. I have therapy today, and then I have my OBGYN today. However, I started my period on Saturday out of nowhere. My periods are super irregular. For those of you who haven't been watching me talk about my own body for 3 years, a few years ago I found out that I have PCOS. So my periods are wacky doos. I'm bummed because then I won't get to do my annual exam and my PAP today. I just want it to dry up so I can get this over with. That's kind of my Tuesday. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna do some work, but I'm taking most of the day as a sick day for my appointments. So lately, Luna has had a little bit of a backslide in her reactivity, which just basically means like she's been more reactive to dogs again on the street and has been pulling a lot while we walk her. For a while we were just kind of like, oh, it'll pass, because she has ups and downs, but it's been a while now and it hasn't passed. And even though her reactivity in general is like, it presents differently now, it's more just pulling and it's less noisy, so it's less like intense for other people to experience on the street. I think that we just kind of hit a wall where we were like, we need to go back to basics. I think that this week with just me and her will be good, because one of the things that gets her super excited is when she gets to go on walks with both Brian and I. She's like a pack animal, so she's like more amped. Even just saying the word walk would get her so pumped. And since her type of reactivity is all excitement, it like wasn't helping. So I think it's good that it's just her and I. She's a little calmer. I brought cheese. I have like a higher value treat. So when she sees a dog right now, she gets cheese. Just to remind her like, oh yeah, looking at dogs is a rewarding good thing, even when you don't get to go greet them. She's having a little bit of a cortisol vacation with me, and I'm taking a cortisol vacation as well. So we're having a nice little calm time together. I have my OBGYN appointment in an hour. I'm just eating some quick hummus and pita because I was like, what doesn't make me fart? Because we all know we don't want to be blasting toots right when somebody's about to look up your vagina. Also, last time I went to my OB, sometimes she has like students and she'll be like, is it okay if my student does this? And the student she had was the hottest man I've ever seen. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is the man who's about to do my exam, but I felt too shy to say no. I didn't want to be like, look him in the eyes and be like, no, you can't, you're too hot. While I was in the chair waiting for him to come back in, I realized I didn't pluck my left nipple. And I don't know about you all, but just one of my nipples gets hairs. And it's not like they grow. It's not like they grow steadily. They're just there. They appear and they're full grown and they're thick and they're black. So then I had to pluck my nipple using my own fingernails before he came in to do my breast exam. I'm hoping that there's no hot man today and that it's just my regular OB. I love her. Like I said earlier, I am on my period and I'm hoping it's like dried up enough by the time I get there so that I can just get everything done today. All my people out there with vaginas and ovaries, y'all know what I'm talking about. This shit is just nerve-wracking. It's just nerve-wracking. It's never comfortable. But it's time for me to go. I'm home from my appointment. I have great news. First of all, there were no hot men there, just beautiful women. And second of all, my period was light enough where they could do a full PAP, so I don't have to go back for that. Also, I made myself a smoothie because after you get your vagina looked at, you get to treat yourself with a smoothie or whatever the fuck you want. Do you all love hearing about my vagina and its updates? I know that a lot of y'all also have PCOS. Hey baby. Y'all know how it goes. Let's talk about it more. Let's talk about our bodies. My PCOS presents itself in immense amounts of blood pouring out of me for sometimes months at a time. So that's fine. What's yours like? and hang out with Luna for a little bit. She's being very needy with me. I think she realizes that Brian's not coming home soon. She can't smell him anywhere near us. But I gave her a little sponge bath earlier, so she's so clean. After she rolled in some shit at the park. Clean girl, yes she is. Yes she is. Look at her. I'm living life like a real bachelor right now. I'm making some ramen noodles for dinner and I'm drinking wine by myself. But I am gonna add broccoli to the ramen noodles so that they're a little healthier. Hey cuties. Okay, so I posted a AMA Ask Me Anything on Instagram. As always, somebody asked about my curly hair routine. I am going to do a curly hair routine video, but because I am a big dumb goofball, it's gonna be like a major production. So, but I will say this, the very first step that you can start doing now until I'm done with my major motion picture is to stop washing your hair every day. If you're like me and you have fine hair and you think like, oh, I have to wash my hair every day, it gets too greasy, please trust me when I say you can train it to stop being greasy. All you have to do is get some dry shampoo. I use the Batiste brand, but you can use whatever you want, and start skipping like one day. And on your skip day, all you do is you just like spray a little here where the grease forms in the roots, and then you just rub it in. And then after a couple weeks of that, you'll skip 2 days. After a couple weeks of that, you'll skip 3. Right now in the winter time, I wash my hair once a week. In the summertime, I wash it like every 4 days because I'm swimming and I'm like sweating more. But if you start doing that now, I promise you it will help. My hair got so much thicker and curlier once I stopped washing it every day. Okay, I'm out of the shower and you'll notice that my hair is wet. I still wet it down while I'm in the shower. Even when I'm not washing it, I just do a little splashy. I don't submerge. I just kind of splash and then like give it a little scrunch. Also, 2 other things. Since I'm on my period right now, I'm using these. Has anybody else used them? Jamie Burns sent them to me when I had that really bad PCOS episode and had to go to the hospital and stuff. They're a game changer. You just slap it on to your uterus area on the skin and then it works. I don't know how. And it also smells like tea tree, so every time you pull down your pants, you get a nice whiff of tea tree, and it's so nice. And then I'll show you my skincare routine. I do all my skincare in the morning because I'm so lazy at night. I hate getting ready for bed. So I do everything in the morning, including retinol. So I do retinol. I know it works better if it's at night, but I just don't have it in me. Okay, then I do a toner. This is like the Trader Joe's Rose Water Facial Toner. Then I do a vitamin C serum. This is the Derma E one. You don't have to buy these products. I just get whatever's cheap and cute and smells good. Because if it doesn't smell good, I'm not gonna take the time to do it. And then I do lotion. And that's it. Once a week, I do like a major exfoliation in the bath, and then I'll do like a face mask and eye cream, but I don't do that every day. Okay, one more bathroom thing. Dylan and Brian Rosenthal both told me about this trick. I don't know who did it first, but they learned it from each other. You hang eucalyptus in your shower, and then when you take a shower and the water sprays on it a little bit, it fills the whole bathroom with that amazing smell. Do it! Jamie, Jade, and I all got these Brewster sweatshirts, and they're so freaking cute. They're from Etsy, and they're gonna come over tomorrow night and bring their Switches, and we're gonna play Animal Crossing, and I'm gonna give them their sweatshirts. This is the current book that I'm reading. It's my book of the month. It's a little dark. I'm about halfway through. It's a little heavy, but it's about generational witchiness, so I'm also loving it. Now I have 2 hours till my next meeting for work. Okay, she's dreaming. Her little footsie. I'm gonna get some groceries because I'm gonna make a fancy dinner for me and Luna tonight. I'm gonna make us some salmon and rice and broccoli, and we're gonna have a little date. And then I'm gonna answer more of your questions. Okay, cutie pies. I'm gonna make myself some salmon and Luna some salmon. I'm gonna season mine. I'm gonna not season hers. Okay, Luna's salmon is ready already. I mixed it with some plain rice and some broccoli, and then I'm gonna put it in this thing. Does anybody out there have this? You can like put stuff in it and you can put it in the freezer, and then your dog has to like chew the food out, but it's like a little bowl and it kind of rolls around and it makes a game out of dinner time so that she doesn't just gobble it up. She has to like kind of work for it. That's called enrichment. Oh yeah, and some folks were asking questions about Luna and her progress. I know I was telling y'all earlier that we're kind of going back to basics, but today we passed by a dog within 10 feet. I was able to keep her focused on treats almost the whole way. She ended up lunging once, but it was like a quiet lunge. She just went like I think that there's like this point you reach when you have a reactive dog or a difficult dog where you're kind of like, okay, if she's gonna have a reaction, I need to be more okay with it. I just feel like we've gotten to that place and that we have like a nice little routine and we all just like really love each other. You can pick and choose your battles with what you care about with your dog. She can sleep with us. I can give her food under the table. She just lays under the table because she knows that I'm gonna let her lick my plate when I'm done. You can pick and choose exactly how you want to train your dog, and I guess I'm just like really happy with where we've landed because she's a good dog. She's a really good dog. Okay, here's my dinner and here's Luna's dinner. The Luna's is messy, so I'm gonna put it over here on the wood floor so I can just pop it up. Okay, go ahead. Oh boy, who's a good girl? Okay, my cuties, let me answer a couple of your questions. Somebody asked how I balance my work life with my not work life. I do these vlogs just for fun. Nobody's sponsoring me. This is just for me and for you. There's like a few of you who like comment on every single one of my videos and it makes me so happy. And I just freaking love you. I love you. I know we haven't like met, or maybe we've met, but just like very quickly. I fucking love you. You're an important part of my life. I'm pretty good at managing my time. It's something that I am also the kind of person, the mess that Luna has made is wild. Once I have like an idea, I can like sit down and execute it front to back. And when it comes to these vlogs, there's something that I feel so happy to do, and I'm like kind of a natural born documenter. I've always whipped out my camera and taken photos. Back in high school, I used to take photos with a disposable camera, and then I would get doubles of everything and I would put one half into a photo album and then I would hand the rest out to people who were like in the photos. So it was kind of like early photo sharing. And then in college, everybody always says all my photos that I'm tagged in college, like 95% of them were posted by Meredith. So I've just always been like this. I'm naturally wanting to do it. Before and after work, yes, lick it up off the ground. Sitting down to work on a vlog, I'm very happy to do it. I feel passionate about it. I've gotten really quick with my editing and I've gotten really quick with how I film things. This I'm probably gonna be mad at myself for because it takes a long time to edit myself when I talk a lot. But when it's just like quick vlogging, I've gotten a lot better at being like, I'm gonna capture just a little bit of this moment and then now I'm gonna press stop and then I'm gonna be in the moment. And that helps me out later as an editor as well. So I'm able to edit these pretty quick. I think where the balance comes in that I've been really working on, especially this year, is to stop thinking about work in my normal everyday life. It is so hard, but as I mentioned before, I'm a ruminator, and actually somebody else's question was about anxiety management. My anxiety management is mostly rumination and worry management. A lot of that is attributed to work because sometimes I will take work home and like can't stop thinking about it. It's not healthy. That's not healthy. My therapist has given a ton of tips on rumination. I'm actually going to link this article below that I like to read. Something that I do now is I lay out everything and I go, what are the facts of the situation? What has actually happened? Then I say, how do I feel about those facts? And what are my beliefs based on the facts? So lately my management has been a lot of, stop it, it's just a belief. We don't know if that's a fact yet. Let's focus on the facts. And I will give myself 15 minutes to think about how that made me feel and to feel those feelings. And then I have to move on with my life. And then also sometimes you just have to remove yourself from a situation. Like back when we were on tour and I was so anxious about Brian driving that giant van full of everybody that I just had to remove myself from the van because it was better for him, it was better for me. I didn't want to just sit and worry about him, his stress levels, his safety, everybody else's safety, any of that. Someone asked what I would be buried with, if I could be buried with something, and honestly it would probably be jelly bean. Jelly bean's my most prized possession. Do y'all have something in your life that may or may not be a stuffed animal from when you were 5 that means the world to you? Somebody asked if marriage is what I thought it would be. Marriage is no different than dating and living with someone. Owning a house together, very different. We have responsibility now together, and we have a giant investment together. I don't know about you all, anybody else out there who's married. We keep our finances separate, but we have separate bank accounts, and then we just have one shared credit card, which some folks might think is a little weird, but it's how we do it. I think it's totally healthy to have like separate independent lives from each other. But now we have this investment in this house together, which like that was a major shift. A bunch of folks asked if I would ever be a creative coach or start my own creative business. I don't know if I would be a creative coach. I don't even know. I mean, I lead workshops on communication, workshops on like body language. I do a lot of movement stuff with younger folks, teens, employees. Better communication is like something I've been really striving for over the last like 5 years. I've become a way better communicator. That is something that I am comfortable coaching some folks on. There are other people out there who are even better than me at that. So when it comes to creative stuff, starting my own creative business, of course I want to do that. If only in America we all had free healthcare, then I could start my own creative business. Oh my gosh, I get so jealous of Yona Yented. And somebody wrote to me saying, thanks for introducing me to her. And oh my goodness, thank you for telling me that I introduced you to Yona. She's living out in Sweden and she documents her life just like I like to do. She owns her jewelry making company with her husband. Oh my god, what a freaking dream. That is my ultimate dream above anything else. If I could just be like living amongst mountains and water with my dog and my husband, all my friends, and then just like making art, and that's how I live my life. And then we also have healthcare. Oh, what a freaking dream. There was like a 4-month period after I got off the second shitty ship where I wasn't working at all. I was just writing a book and I was like living off of savings. That was the best 4 months of my life. That's the longest I've ever gone without having a full-time job. What a dream it was. Last couple little questions. A few people have asked what I've been watching. While Brian's been out of town, I've been all on Teen Austin, baby. I started a PBS Masterpieces free trial so that I could keep watching Sanditon because my friend Claire's been texting me and being like, season 3 is coming out. I never even saw season 2. That's what I'm watching right now. And then other folks were asking about new music. I just got hired to do my first ever jingle. I've had such a good time and I'll put out a little vlog for that, and I'm sure that the jingle will be posted soon as well. Mark and I are seriously talking about making some more Jim and the Popolos music this year. And I want y'all to hold me accountable for that, okay? I'm gonna finish this dinner so that I can keep watching TV. I'll answer some more questions throughout this week because I still have 6 days left till my husband comes home. Oh my god, Celeste is here. That makes me so happy. I haven't seen her in forever. Oh, Looney. The things she does when Brian's out of town. On one of the first days, she rolled in a bunch of dirt, and then I had to give her a bath when we got home by myself. And then when I went outside to like hang the towels up so that they could dry, she got back outside, got the zoomies in the mud again, right after I'd cleaned her. And then she ran through the house with her muddy paws. And then she had a dingleberry on her butt yesterday and then sat on the couch. So that was a little thing I had to clean up. Then yesterday afternoon, while we were walking, she ate some shit off the sidewalk. And then this morning, she threw up on the carpet. Time to come home, Brian. Show your true colors. It's okay if you feel a little nervous. Go on and show your true colors. A new heart, a new life. Some people online were wondering what my favorite Animal Crossing outfit is. Do you have a favorite yet?
I think I like the mermaid outfit the most.
Okay, this is like my favorite springtime outfit. I love these little suspenders and the acorn hat. Okay, there's Jamie's favorite. We both have pink hair right now. All right, one of y'all asked about my favorite Trader Joe's pizza. They were like, what is it called again? First of all, thank you so much for asking. I made it last night for girls' night. This is it. Roasted garlic and pesto pizza. This is the best frozen pizza I've ever had in my life. I think that people telling me that they've tried or enjoy something that I recommended is like one of my #1 love languages. It makes me so instantly happy, and so many of you do that all the time. You're like, because of your vlogs, I started going for walks. Nothing brings me more joy than to hear that, or going to pick up Jane Austen to read, or thank you for showing me Yona Yented. Those make me so happy. And in general, like I put up that St. Patty's vlog, and everybody's comments on there are so nice. I'm thankful for every single one of you. Jamie's gone. on and it's rainy and gray out. I'm just gonna keep binging Sanditon, and Luna and I are gonna have a nice cortisol vacation day. I just made a bunch of little puzzle boxes for Looney girl so she can have a whole little obstacle course to do. There we go. She gotta get all the treats out of there. Wow. Someone's proud.
It's all you want, all that you need, to let it out and let them see the true self.
Okay. It's Sunday. Luna and I are snuggling. It's the morning. And I decided to kick off the day by doing something huge on my island. This was like a forest area with a bunch of trees, and I dug them all out, sold all the fruit. I am going to make a woodland feast area, and I'm so freaking excited about it. Still wearing the sweatshirt, don't regret it. We have a compost bucket swap situation. They come pick it up every 2 weeks, and they just picked it up on Thursday. So normally, like for the first 5 or so days that we have the compost bucket, I'm able to like open it up indoors and it doesn't smell that bad, and then I can add to it. I put the St. Patty's Day cabbage in there. There was like probably like 1 bowl left of cabbage. I put it in the compost bucket maybe yesterday or the day before. I opened the compost up to put some dead flowers in there. It smelled so bad. I was like FaceTiming with Brian. I'm in the kitchen. I thought I was instantly going to throw up. I had to like run from the kitchen, and I've been like sitting here with the screen door with like the door open and airing it out. I lit so many candles. I sprayed air freshener and air sanitizer. I can't be in the house. It's been a half an hour at least, and I still feel like it's lingering. It's about to rain, so we don't have enough time, I don't think, to go for a WALK, but I'm gonna play drop it training with Looney. Put it in my hand. Yes! Good girl! You ready? Okay, now we're gonna do a little bit of recall training inside. I have some cheese here. So our recall is a high pitch to here. Let's see what we can do. Luna, sit. Stay. There we go, all the way upstairs. Here. Yes. Oh my God. We are thoroughly exhausted. I'm going to go to Lowe's now. I'm going to surprise Brian with some plants for his office. Look who I ran into. It's bath time. I'm going to give myself a little facial. Yeah, baby. Okay, as one of my surprises for Brian, he said he wanted some plants for his office. So I got him a few. Then I reorganized the shelf to make it kind of nice. It was a little messy for him. I hope he likes it. Here it is. This is my woodland feast area. Here's where all the woodland creatures will come and meet. I'm going into work today, so I put on real clothes. So sad to not be wearing my Brewster sweatshirt though. Hey everybody, there's Arilla. I talk about her all the time. Somebody asked the best and the worst things about living in Chicago. I'll say the worst. Oh my God, cute bird. Oh, and there's buds. The worst is definitely rush hour. What do you think?
Yeah, I think rush hour. Sometimes the fog is pretty,
Yeah.
like, you can't see the skyline.
Wind. Those are the bad things about Chicago. But this is the best thing about Chicago. I'll show you. It's Lake Michigan. It's right here, and summers in Chicago can't be beat.
But you know, the spring is hard too because it'll still snow in April.
Yeah,
So that becomes a hard time.
It teases you. You look so pretty right now. I'm gonna take your photo in a second. Look what those are. Golden buds. So I've been going into work on Mondays for this team that I'm on since January. But today was the last Monday. It was the last Monday that we're going in for that team. And so I decided to celebrate, so I ordered myself pizza. It's kind of a fun way to treat myself on a Monday night. I just walked Luna. While I have my energy up, I'm gonna immediately go and take this pizza box from last night to, there's a public compost bin, drop this off, and getting just a couple little groceries before Brian gets home. Anyway, I'm in my best 90s dad outfit, so let's go.
Ever gonna stop me today? Yeah.
Y'all, I am still on my period. This is day 11. Welcome to my PCOS world. I thought I was done. I took a bath the other day, but Apparently not. It's our last night together, just the two of us. We're picking up Brian tomorrow. I'm just eating leftover pizza. After work today, I sat and I read and I finished Wayward. I only had a few chapters left of that. I don't know if I recommend this book. It was really dark. If you're cool with that and you like witchiness, maybe a little dark twisted shit, then yeah, read it. And then I immediately put on Sense and Sensibility, which I've been listening to on audiobook, and I just finished that as well. So I finished 2 books today. Oh, hi sweetie. In my journal, I get to put a check mark next to the book I finished and write a little review. I have finished 6 books this month. I'll bet that's it too. Watching Pride and Prejudice. Why not, baby? This video is getting long, I know, because I've already started editing it and I had an hour and 10 minutes of footage. I've cut it down, but let me just make this quick. I cleaned the whole house. Everything smells amazing. I prepped a bunch of envelopes with little surprises in them for Brian, and I'm about to pick him up from the airport. All in all, I think that this trip was really good for both of us. For Brian, because he's an extrovert and hanging out with his friends was really great, and then going to the audiobook conference was great. I feel like it's rejuvenated his excitement about his career, which is always a good thing. And then for me, I think I've just been carrying some heavy life stuff, and it was nice to just have a space to myself to just reflect and take a nice little calm cortisol vacation with my dog. But I'm ready for that bitch to come back home, so I'm gonna go pick him up from the airport. Oh my goodness.
Safe back at home. It's been a long time.